Welcome in, everybody, to the Volunteer Sports Network as we have varsity matchup here tonight as the Volunteer Falcons take on the Grainger Grizzlies of course, Grainger County, a.k.a. Tomato Country. On the call with me tonight is Grainger alumni, my wife, Anna Sawyer, as she's going to be helping me out with the broadcast tonight. 39 degrees right now, I believe, is what it says on the Weather Channel, and it's every bit of it plus a wind chill tonight here. So if you're not here in attendance tonight,
think about me.
Yeah, just think about us and how cold we are doing this. Hopefully we'll keep the equipment warm and be able to go as we get through the night. Falcons come in to the night 3-2, 2-0 in district play, and this is a district matchup that's turned into quite a rivalry here the past couple years through football, basketball, and baseball as well. So it's going to be a good matchup tonight as we get this district game underway. First to bat tonight for the Grainger Grizzlies is going to be number 10, and I'll have to pull up his card because I don't have it.
Sorry, my hands are frozen off.
That's going to be Cade Lucas. He's going to be the leadoff man here in the first inning. JV fell earlier, 7-3, I believe, through 3 innings, as they only play, a couple hours. So, pitch the way here, and first one is a swing. It's going to be strike one. Good low fastball for the Falcons to get that one underway. Second pitch on the way, just outside, even the count 1-1. I believe that's going to be Connor Haynes on the mound for the Falcons tonight. He's had a few days rest. He's back on the mound to start out the week. Pitches away, and it swung up on and straight up, and it's going to stay right at first base. And Armstrong's going to miss it, and that's going to be a base hit.
I swear, I'm convinced the wind blew it right out of his glove. It's so bad here.
Yeah, the wind is blowing from right to left, as you can see the flagpole in the background there in center field. Next up for the Grizzlies is number 3, Connor May. First one swung on. Starting for the Falcons tonight in left field, Dennis. In the center field, Fegans. Right field, Gordon. Third base, Williams. Shortstop, Bowery. Second base, Hinkernell. And Armstrong at first. Haynes is pitching, and Dennis is catching. As that one's over to first, and that's going to be an out. No, they're actually going to call him safe there as he beat the throw.
Okay. I'm not going to lie.
That was almost score that as an earned run there for the Falcons, or for the Grizzlies, excuse me. No. As I'm still trying to get warmed up here and try not to sound like I'm freezing to death on the live here. Braden Christian, number 7 for the Grizzlies, up the bat. That one's low, and that's going to advance a runner to third as it's off the bag, and he's going to be safe, easily sliding into third.
What's Grainger's record sitting at right now?
I would have to look it up. I didn't know
if you got it today or not. I don't know if they've had any conference play. We're 2-0 in conference.
Yeah, we started our conference play pretty quickly at the beginning of the season there, opening day. Started off 2-0, fell to West Green the other night, and we won the second one of the doubleheaders. That one's hit out into left field, and that's going to bring on a run. That's going to be a RBI single for Christian, as the Grizzlies take an early 1-0 run. And this is a team, even in JV, they are quick. They're quick to hit the ball. They hit often and hit early in the count. And when they get the bats hot, it's just...
I'll say that's how it was JV when we started.
Yeah, they were just hitting one after one. As that one's a bunt by Maxey. Haynes throws it over to first, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to advance the runners. That's going to be the first recorded out of the inning.
We might have to start rotating turns and visiting the dugout to share that heater with them that they've got in there.
Might just have to. I think we're going to have to invest in one for nights like this.
Well, mid-March, you would think.
Yeah, I think they call it Dogwood Winners. That pitch is away, and it's a strike, and it's going to bring up number 24, Ty Collins, to the plate. 0-1, 1 out. 1-0 for the Grizzlies here in the first inning. Haynes pitches away. It's over the plate, and that's Collins swings at that, and that's going to be 0-2 count.
There trying to get the view, but
And you're talking, producing, keeping up with a little bit of everything.
Trying to keep my fingers attached to my body.
As that one swung out, hit into right field. And it goes right through Tinkernell right there, and that's going to bring on another one and another one, and that's going to be, looks like a 2 RBI single there. And that's going to take the score now quickly 3-0 here in the first.
I'm interested to see how much the cold is going to play a factor with both teams, considering it's not been this cold yet.
No, with
I don't even know if they practiced when it was this cold.
And you made a comment earlier. That one's a swing and a miss by Walker, Josh Walker, number 4. You were mentioning earlier about the wind being a factor too. I don't think much is going to carry out in the outfield. Most of the stuff's going to be hit. It's going to be in the infield. That one's looked outside there, but they're going to call it a strike, and it's 0-2.
Go ahead and apologize to everybody now about my consistent sniffle that'll happen throughout the night.
3-0 here in the top of the first. Haynes pitching as that one's hit over in the right field, picked up by Armstrong. He's going to tag the bag, and that's going to get the second out of the inning here. And that's going to bring up number 25. It's going to bring up number 25 for the Grainger Grizzlies.
Hold on, my fingers can't.
Braylon Sale.
My fingers can't move that fast right now. Let's see if we can.
Collins on second. Haynes pitches away. It's over the plate. They're going to call it. Looks like they're going to call it strike there. 0-1. Wind's blowing directly straight into us from center field, so whatever gets hit is going to hold up. It's going to be into the wind. As that one's the ball, 1-1.
Oh, that dirt. I wonder how much money we'd have to raise to start getting press boxes made everywhere.
1-1, 2 outs here, top of the first. Collins is on second, and that one's going to be, they're going to call out a called strike. It was high and inside. Actually, they're going to call it a ball, excuse me. It's 1-2 now.
I thought he said strike 2.
I did too. I think they got it wrong on the board.
I don't.
No biggie, because you can't really tell with this ump, and that one's going to be a strike.
That one was a strike.
Yep, and that's going to end in the top of the first with the score, a quick 3-0 for the Grizzlies. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the bottom of the first here as Figgins is going to be the leadoff man for the Volunteer Falcons. Grizzlies take a commanding 3-0 run to start the first after some hot bats quick in the first, top of the first. They're looking to get an easy 3 outs here and get back on offense while the bats are hot. As we're having everybody set up right now for the Grizzlies to get ready for pitch number 1 for them, as that one's down in the dirt. That's going to be a 1-0 count as Caden Cameron, number 21, is a pitcher for the Grizzlies tonight.
I wonder if it'll be any warmer for them tomorrow because they go down to Grainger to play tomorrow.
And that's going to be, I think it's supposed to warm up a little bit into the 50s, but I think by the time it's this time, it's going to be just as cold. It's a 1-1 count now. That one's on its way. That's going to be a strike. 1-2. He's looking to get his first out of the night on the mound. Figgins is on it, and that one's going to be outside. 2-1. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning into the broadcast tonight here on the Volunteer Sports Network. We bring you live coverage of varsity baseball. That one's right over the plate, and that's going to be a strikeout as Figgins gets caught looking. That's going to be the first out for the Falcons. Coming up now, hitting is going to be Isaiah Bowery. Outfield will be Wallace, center fielder Lucas, and right fielder Maxey. That one's going to be a strike on Bowery. As third baseman's Hubbard, Christian at shortstop, May at second base, and Sell at first. Cameron at the mound or on the mound, and Walker as the catcher. As that one's away, it's going to be outside, and that's going to even it up 1-1.
I'm not going to lie. Some of these calls are kind of...
I've been a little bit inconsistent.
I'll let everybody blame the cold tonight.
And that one's going to be hit out into center field as Bowery gets one out, and it's going to go back, and it's going to be an out there as Lucas tracks it down. Second out for the Falcons. Coming up now is the pitcher Haynes, number 9. So he gets set to try to
number 9, Connor Haynes.
I think they just try to give me a heart attack.
That was really loud.
We ain't heard it all night. Come out of nowhere.
Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Pitches on its way down in the dirt. 1-0.
I was looking at the schedule whenever I was doing it today I didn't realize how much baseball and softball play this week because basically both teams play every day except for softball has 2 days off. No, correction, 1 day off on Tuesday, and baseball has Wednesday off, and that's it.
Wow. Busy week on spring break.
Yeah.
As that last pitch was fouled off to the left, out of play. Haynes' first appearance tonight. That one's outside. That's going to be 1-1 now. Excuse me, 2-1. I knew I was missing something somewhere.
2-1.
And that one's over the plate, and it's hit. And they said it was supposed to be a foul ball, but they're going to get the out. And they're going to take a timeout here and see as Haynes didn't run because he thought it was a
I thought he called it, but
so we'll see what we have as we got the umpires discussing there on the first baseline. As if it stands, it'll be an out, and they're going to call it a foul ball. So we go back. So now it's going to be 3-1. I still think Haynes should have ran either way. In my opinion. Just to keep yourself from anything like
worst
this
comes to
happening.
worst, you're warming yourself up at this rate.
Pitches away, and that's going to be swinging there, and that's going to be strike 3 and 3 outs. And that'll do it for the first inning with the score 3-0. Stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the second as the Grizzlies are back up to the plate here, top of the second. As number 9, Dane Hubbard, gets caught looking there, and that's going to be strike 1 as Haynes is still on the mound. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter here. Pitches away inside, almost hits him. That's going to be 1-1 count now. Definitely going to have to keep the score at it as is and don't let them add any more runs on the board here if they want any chance of getting their bats hot and staying in this game. Outside, 2-1. Winds kind of died down a little
Don't
bit.
jinx it.
Pitches away, outside, 3-1. Gonna have to get something over the plate here. I'll say he's gonna be swinging no matter what.
I just now realized his helmet's purple. Are all their helmets
Yeah,
purple?
they're like a white as that one's
Is
over
it
the
the
plate,
reflection?
and that's gonna be real high. And that's gonna be a walk if he takes his base on a ball. Next is gonna be up Nolan Wallace, number 2 for Grainger County. For the ones not watching, Grainger's in their blues with gray letters, gray pants, blue pinstripes. Volunteers in their home, all white, blue stripes down each pant leg.
You really set the picture for that there.
I tried to. 0-1.
I don't know. I will say I think a lot of people are liking the watching opportunity. Couldn't do it with basketball or football.
Hopefully in the years to come we'll be able to do that with, just impending contract stuff that allowed us not to be able to do it. Hopefully, no fault to us or the school system. That's just part of everything that they did
Before our time.
and FHS stuff. So, hopefully we'll be able to live stream some football. Just definitely gonna have to come out with the logistics of that, as that one's going to be 2-2 now. As he swings through that one, Wallace does, and Haynes is looking to kind of get back ahead here and get him out. And that one's fouled back into the fence. Still even at 2-2. Had the opportunity to listen to John Wilkerson on the call the other night for the Alabama-Tennessee game, for the rubber match game, and had to get some tips from him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that! Did you see all that dirt just come up off? Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Wind got circling there on the infield and brought up some dirt and blew it back towards us.
Anywho, you were getting your
Well,
tips.
the other day we were so close to the softball field, I pull out my laptop and I have dust all over it. That one's fouled up, and it's going to come right back in front of the dugout. And looks like Armstrong gets it, and it's going to be the first recorded out of the inning.
It's gonna bring up.
So, number 10 now.
I gotta scroll back up to the top. Bear with me.
For the Grizzlies, Cade Lucas at the plate. And I think that's the start of the lineup. They went through their 9 as that one's hit out into right field, and that's going to bring both. It's going to hold up Lucas at first, and it looks like Hubbard's going to go to 3, and that's going to be a single. Scored as a single. It's going to move 1 to third, and they're going to have runners at now first and third with just 1 out here, the top of the second.
I kind of expected it after watching a little bit of that JV, but like you said earlier, when Grainger gets them bats hot, for whatever reason, they can just keep it consistent and going with it.
Yep.
Ooh.
As Haynes checks the runner at first, gets back safely.
What is that?
That's speakers.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Wind's blowing right to left right now in the center field. Haynes working on 32 pitches here just in the second. Pitch is over. They're going to try to throw him out. At second, he gets to second easily as Haynes picks up the throw. I think it was going to be off, so maybe Haynes just
probably the better. Otherwise, we're going to be
keep it from being a wild throw there. Moves Lucas to second, and now they got both runners in scoring position. 3-0. Because that one's over the plate there, and that's 0-2. We're looking to extend this early lead here as they're up 3-0 here in the top of the second. Connor May once again on the plate. Haynes is on the mound. And he throws a fastball right over the plate, and that's going to be out number 2, recorded as a strike. This will be a real good opportunity for Haynes to take control back of this ball game and retire the inning.
I mean, they're not out of reach, so.
That one's swung on and missed. It's going to be number 7, Braden Christian at the plate. Right-handed batter. I need to get whoever mows this field to mow my yard. It looks good.
Well, I don't know. Mowing the yard did too good after this weather.
Yeah, got a chance to mow it Saturday afternoon and wanted to even it up a little bit. Had some high spots, had some low spots. It was getting on my nerves, so wanted to flatten it out there. And that one's a ball. It's going to make it out 2-1, 2 outs. Braden Christian looking to get back on bases. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Pitches away. It's over the plate. Hit into left field high and back there as they're going to go. And that's going to roll up to the fence, and that's going to bring 1 home. They're going to throw it back in. It's going to bring 2 home now. And that's going to be a 2 RBI double by the Grizzlies. Good hitting by the Grizzlies. They got that one out there back in the fence, and I don't think if the wind played a factor tonight, I say that would have been out of the ballpark.
Quite possibly.
That was Lucas there. That hit it out in the outfield, in the left outfield, and got some air up under it and managed to bring 2 more runs home to make it 5-0. Haynes throws it over the plate, and that's going to be strike 1. It's a chance for Haynes right there to get out of the inning. And just couldn't Just kidding is Christian. That one's going to be a strike. Or, excuse me, a ball, 1-1. And Christian barreled it up. Haynes pitches away. Inside, 2-1. Trying to buzz the tower a little bit. You have a lot of these batters like to crowd the plate. And most of them don't just for that reason. But I've seen a few this year that have. Because that one's inside. They're going to try to throw him out at third. And that's going to be safe at third. Really bang, bang play there. But that's going to make the count now. 2-1 as they move Christian over to third. Wind's blowing right into Mike.
Right in my face.
Hits that one off into the right field, and that's going to bring home another run. It's Christian, and that's going to be an RBI single for Maxie. Caught that one off the front of the bat there, Hannah, and found the gap there in the first and second baseman and rolled right into the outfield. And we're going to have a timeout with Coach Fisher, and he's going to have a meeting on the mound with his pitcher, Haynes. So what we got in store for us this week?
Baseball, softball, more baseball, more softball, and more baseball and softball.
So you're telling me that people that play baseball and softball as a spring sport really don't get spring break?
There's no spring break
That's
for them.
unfortunate.
There's no, but plenty of opportunity for them to get the season rolling. Softball, they didn't have too big of a week last week, so
I know Coach Peterson, man, he loaded that opening league.
Wanted to get them ready.
That's gonna send Maxie to still second, and he gets there just in time. There's number 24 now, Ty Collins, right-handed batter, is up to the plate once again. He's 0 for 1 tonight.
There's a few people that have their space heaters around us, and I'm just wishing we were them.
We got enough plugins for it.
Well, that's a fire hazard waiting to happen.
You just can't tell a fire marshal about it. We're outside. That one's going to be fouled off. 0-2 as that one's hit back towards the pitcher in second base. They're going to throw it over to first. And that's going to be a 6-3. They're going to count it as a 6-3 out, and that's going to be the final out here in the top of the second. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball. Welcome back in to the Volunteer Sports Network as the Falcons get set to start. Bottom of the second here as they're trailing 6-0. Trying to get some batters home and on base. As that first pitch for the Grizzlies is going to be a called ball, 1-0. Austin Williams, right-handed batter, up at the plate now. Pitch is way down low. It's going to be 2-0 now.
You need to.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that back.
I just don't want to knock it down. Me with my blanket over here.
I should have brought me one. I underestimated how cold it would be.
I asked you.
Because that one's now 2-1 count for Williams. It's his first time batting tonight. Looking to get on base. That one's hit on right back to the pitcher. He's going to jog over and give it to the first baseman. And
Got that right in the tip.
Yep. That's going to record the first out of the inning here. Up next, Grayson Dennis.
Now batting number 17.
Right-handed hitter. Right-handed pitcher, Cameron. He's on a total of 17 pitches so far this outing, because that one's swung on and missed. First pitch swinging by Dennis. Got the fastball high.
You said he's only pitched what?
17. Because that one's swung on and missed too. 0-2 now. Yeah, I think Haynes is in the 40s now. And that's just some nights you have that, no matter what level you play at. But that one's fouled back off into the stands. And it's
I know it's going to find our car.
I parked in a decent area this time, so if it hits up there, then it's a nuke. Had to park on the hill tonight. Didn't get the VIP parking.
It was a lot more crowded than what I expected it to be here, honestly, with the
Going out by Dennis here. Called 3-strike call. Grainger thought it was a call. And they were playing around with it in the outfield. They finally got it over to first to get the out. Luke Armstrong now, right-handed batter, up the plate. He swings and misses at a low one.
Whew.
2 outs, 0-1. Here in the bottom of the second. Pitches away over the plate, hit on shortstop.
Use them legs.
He gets it over to first. That's going to be another. It's going to be another score there as far as on the card. 6-3 out. That's going to be your third out of the inning. So stay tuned as Grainger has the lead going in the top of the third, 6-0. Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start. Top of the third here is Grainger's Grizzlies still going on to 6-0 lead. Haynes is still on the mound. Right-handed pitcher has Haynes and a right-handed batter. That one's going to be hit right up in the air by number 4, Josh Walker, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to be Bowery from shortstop position coming up and making that play. Now number 25, Braylon Sale, back up to the plate for his second appearance tonight. As that one's fouled back and up. 0-1. Haynes is at 48 pitches right now. Here in the top of the third.
What was
I think he was in the mid-20s by the time we got done with that last inning. That was Grainger's pitcher, Cameron, I believe was his last name. Haynes pitched and swung on by Sale. 1-2.
this concession stands being up these stairs isn't going to make it for me.
Sale swings on that one. That's going to be the second out of the inning, third strike. And Haynes is trying to limit the damage even further at number 9. Now Dane Hubbard at the plate. Left-handed pitcher here in Haynes throws it fouled back into the fence. 0-1. Get ready for the second pitch here. It's on its way, and it's fouled off the tip up in.
I think that's where
back by the concession and press box. 0-2, 2 outs. That one's inside. High. 1-2. Excuse me, we can get out of this pretty quickly here with some good pitching by Haynes. As he's working on his 55th pitch now. Pitches away down and inside, and that's going to even the count up. Or excuse me, it's going to be 1-2 now. Should be the count. I've got conflicting 2-2 conflicting. 2-2, 2 outs, evened up. Fouled off the tip, back into the volunteer dugout, hits the fence. As the ump checks over.
we ran out of baseballs.
Yep. Gotta have baseballs. Dane Hubbard once again up the bat as he's looking at a even count, 2-2, 2 outs. He's looking to get out of the inning here with this pitch. Pitches away outside, full count. Payoff pitch up next. 6-0.
What'd you say the pitch rule was last week? I know you all talked about it.
I think it was he couldn't go over 125 pitches.
In what's a 5-day span or something like that?
Well, that's one game, whatever. That's going to be a walk, and that's going to send Hubbard to first base. That was a 3-2 Karen Haynes could have got out of it. And now that's going to bring up number 2, Nolan Wallace. Right-handed batter. That one swung on and missed. Swung on and missed. Excuse me. Oh, 1. 2 outs. It's another strike just on the outside corner there, called strike 0-2. Come on, Haynes, let's get this third one. That's going to be inside 1-2. Runner on first. It's going to be Hubbard as he earned his base. 3-2 count. Haynes walked him. 1-2 count. Pitch is way outside, evened up at 2-2. Two. Swung on. Left field line. It's going to be foul. 2-2 now. Everybody gets back to their bases now and get some more.
Look, we found all of our foul balls.
I had to go hunting for them in some locations earlier because they were spread out everywhere.
Probably found one in our car windshield. You know, I'm surprised. I probably shouldn't say that.
Just
If I get hit tonight, then I'll be a blame.
we're live. 2-2. Down and away, and he got caught swinging, and that's going to be out 3 and strike 3 as we head on to the bottom of the third. So stay tuned to listen to Volunteer Baseball. You're on the Volunteer Sports Network. With Anthony Bolsini at the plate. First pitch is way down. Ball 1. Volunteer looking to get some runs on the board here to cut into this 6-0 deficit.
Okay, I'm back.
Let's get warmed up in the press box. Pitch is way down, and that's going to be called strike. 1-1. Anthony Bolsini did not 0 for 0. I don't think we've seen him yet. That one swung on and missed. 1-2. Coach Castle's at the third base coaching spot now, as that one's going to be a ball, and it's going to be now 2-2, even up. Coach Castle's been here several years as a coach and assistant coaches and different roles of sports and athletics here. As that one's hit on by Bolsini in the gap, it falls right in front of the center fielder, and that's going to be a single for Bolsini. And maybe that'll be a start of getting these Falcons some runs across the base. So now we have number 4.
Now batting, number 4, Gavin Hinkernell.
Going back to Coach Castle, my senior year, he coached us. He coached on the very young squad whenever they came in and coached, and had a good coaching staff that year. Won a couple ball games and learned a lot. Different aspects of the game. My senior year playing for Coach Castle, real good guy and well known around this area and well liked. So can't say enough good things about all of the coaching staff here at Volunteer. And that one's inside and down. That's going to be called strike as Hinkernell got caught looking. 0-1. Placini on first. As he checks back. Cameron checks back. Ooh, that was almost a bang play there. That's close. Oh, 1. Shows bunt. Pulls back, and that's going to be a strike. 0-2. Back to Blasini. He's safe.
They're after him.
Blasini's wanting to go, and they're not giving him much room to work with.
No, I don't think they're going to let him.
No. Goes away. And that's going to be a strikeout by Hinkernell as he got caught looking. And that's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the third. That's going to bring up number 10 now, Elijah Gordon. Seeing his first appearance tonight.
Now batting, number 10, Elijah Gordon.
Blasini's still trying to get going. He's going to be back at first safely now. Play gets ready to resume. 1 out here. 6-0 as Gordon swings through on the first pitch swing and strike 1. 101. Blasini leads off at first. Got the bunt, bunts it down the first base line. Gordon runs, and he's going to be out. But that's going to move Blasini to second. In scoring position, and that's going to bring up Fegans as your leadoff man.
Now batting, number 3.
They were playing Claiborne the other night. That is loud. When they were playing Claiborne County, that one, yeah, and they were doing the bunt. I mean, it was working for them.
Yeah, they had a lot of hits or runs come home off the bunts and stuff. As Blasini leads off on second, it's going to be a foul tip. It's going to be 0-1 with 2 outs.
I mean, whatever works, I guess.
I mean, at this point,
you got to do
and
something.
this is the thing, like I said during that broadcast that night, is Coach Peterson, he prides himself in playing small ball. Like, he's okay as that one is going to be outside and low, and it's going to be 1-1. He prides himself in playing small ball, and just meaning that people that don't know, you don't have to knock it out of the park or knock in the gaps all the time. Play a short bunt, move bases, and get across when you can. Play what the defense gives you out there. As that one's hit in the right field, picked up by the second baseman as he tries to get back up on his feet, throws it, and he's going to be out. And that's going to end the inning with the score still 6-0. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start. Top of the fourth here, Falcons trailing 6-0 if you're just tuning in. Haynes is still on the mound, and Lucas is up to bat. As the first one's called ball, 1-0. Second pitch on its way high. 2-0 count. One thing that Volunteers looking to just play damage control at this point and try to get some more runners on base in the bottom of the fourth and try to get back into this ball game real quick because that one's going to be high and that's going to be 3-0 count now, no outs. As I say, Lucas will be trying to swing here and anything he can get remotely close. That one's over the plate. He gets caught looking, and that's going to be strike one, 3-1. Lucas is 1 for 2 tonight. Pitches away, and that's down, and Lucas is going to take his base. And that's going to bring up number 3 now, Connor May, for the Grizzlies. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in on the broadcast tonight. Whether you're listening to the Mixler app or listening to it or watching us live, I'd like to thank all y'all for tuning in. That one's fouled back and outside the stadium there. I'd like to thank all of our donors and everybody that made this broadcast possible that are in the that are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I'd like to thank everybody for that as we're 0-1 now. That's going to be another strike. 0-2. No outs. One man on base. Dennis Fegans, Gordon in the outfield, Williams, Byrie, Hinkernell, and Armstrong in the infield. Haynes is pitching, and Dennis, as that one's fouled back. The count stays at 0-2. Lucas leads off a little bit at first. Haynes checks on him. Lucas back in time. Oh, 2-6-0 here, top of the fourth. That one's inside, and that's going to be a strikeout. First out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 7, Braden Christian, right-handed batter. Connor Haynes is working on the 73rd pitch tonight. And here in the top of the fourth is that one the ball. 1-0. 1-0, 1 out. 1 on base. Inside. 2-0. Lucas is going to take off the second. He's going to get in standing up as he stole the base easily there as the pitch got away from catcher Dennis there. Lucas leads off at second. Pitches away, and that's down. And that's going to get away from him, and it's going to get Lucas on the third now with another stolen base. Christian's still at bat for the Grizzlies. Scoring position for Lucas at third. And that one's in there for a strike. 3-2 now, full count. Or excuse me, 3-1. And that one's going to make it 3-2 now. 3-2, 1 out, 1 on third. Payoff pitch. And that's going to be inside, and that's going to be a strikeout. And that's going to be the second out recorded here on the top of the fourth, and that's going to bring up Jackson Maxey, number 1 for the Grainger Grizzlies.
Careful.
Haynes pitches away and swung on a miss. 0-1. Maxey was looking to just unload on that one there. Pitches away by Haynes inside 1-1. Actually, they're going to call out a called strike. Excuse me, 0-2. Pitches away. That's going to be swung on and missed. That's going to be another strikeout for Haynes as the score stays where it is, 6-0. Stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network.
Isaiah Bowery.
Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network. Start the inning with Isaiah Bowery at the plate. After in the bottom of the fourth here, 6-0. Volunteer looking to get on the board. They've had a couple base runners tonight, but not able to get any runs across the plate. little information here that we were given. Mercy rule goes into effect once it reaches 5 innings, and the score is a 10-point advantage either way. So, just for the curious people out there, that's what we have. 2-0 now. That one swung on, fouled back into the fence. 2-1. And someone had their phone hooked up to the thing. They got the little chirp.
Somebody got a text message. Whew, whew.
That one will be swung on and missed. 2-2.
You better drink your hot chocolate or I'm going to drink your hot chocolate.
That's hard to when you're trying to talk and at the same time. 2-2, no outs. Pitches away, swung on and missed. It's going to be a drop 3 strike, but it's going to be there in time at the first base, and that's going to be first recorded out. Next up for the Falcons, number 9, your pitcher, Connor Haynes.
I got one. Now batting, number 9, Connor Haynes.
You know, playing a tournament at the beach might not have been that bad of an idea. I don't make those decisions, but
Haynes, left-handed batter. Cameron's still in there for the Grizzlies. What that's going to be? I don't know what they called that.
I don't know what they called it either. Redo? Is that a mulligan?
As that one's hit into right field, picked up by the second baseman, thrown over to first. That's going to be a second recorded out of the inning, and that's going to bring up number 7 for the Falcons.
Austin
Now
Williams.
batting, number 7, Austin Williams.
Falcons just can't get the thing that they've had to get tonight. It's just been ground balls to the right and left, and what flyouts they've had have been picked up. As that one's hit back to the pitcher, and it's going to be another recorded out, and that's going to be the end of the 4th inning with the score still as is 6-0. So stay tuned as you're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get set to start the top of the 5th with Ty Collins, number 24, at the plate. Kane's still on the mound for the Falcons as that one's a called ball. 1-0 count. Collins 0 for 2 tonight. That one's high and outside 2-0.
One spot, baby, one spot.
I feel like we have that motto like the Postal Service has: rain, snow, sleet, hail.
Rain, I will have to draw the line. The equipment's too expensive.
That's correct.
I will say.
3-0. This is the one's going to be right across the plate, and that's hit on, chopped off into the infield. And that one's throw over to first, and it's going to be out of play, and it's going to advance the runner automatic to the second place. We call him, that's his first base hit tonight. He's going to take a leadoff double. So for the ones that didn't see what happened, the ball was thrown to Armstrong by number 4 there, Hinkernhill, and it was thrown high and out of play, so it advances the runner automatic to second base.
I didn't know that. I'm surprised.
Well, that's the reason I said it, because I knew you were curious on what happened.
I'm learning. I'm a behind the scenes kind of person. While I'm on here, and I don't know if we have any baseball parents list. Oh, am I not?
You need to fix
again
a little bit.
Behind the scenes kind of person. While I'm on here, if we have any baseball, softball, tennis, soccer, men's volleyball, I think I covered all the spring sports. Our Meet the Athlete form closes at the end of this week. So if you are a spring sport athlete, or you are a parent or guardian of a spring sport athlete, and you want them to do a Meet the Athlete form, they have to get it in. The link is on our website, Facebook, Instagram. You can find it somewhere.
Yeah, it's we also have that Team Reach app, and you can go to that too as well and be up to date on all the latest for Volunteer Sports Network. You just got to type in the code, and we'll be more than welcome to send you that code to join our group. So that one swung off back in the stadium, and it was going to take a bounce off one of the bleachers there and back up.
You wanted some hot chocolate.
It was cold too. But number 4 here, Josh Walker's up to the plate as he's 0 for 2 tonight. 0-2 count. No outs. 1 on second. He takes off running. Swing on, fouled back. And that was going to hit off and then come back down. As Walker's trying to barrel that up and send it out to the outfield, he's getting it off the tip there and fouling it back off into right field. Pitches away, swung on and missed. That's going to be a strikeout for Walker. And we're going to have a timeout. Now the ump there, that's going to bring up number 25 now for the Grizzlies. And I think they're going to be an add-in, if I'm not mistaken.
They are. Hold on, I'll look for their.
A relief player. I'll get you their name here in a second.
Is it number 25?
Yep.
That one's Braylon Sell. It's just a little bit.
Oh. Did we lose it?
We did lose it.
Oh, that's weird. Anyway, we were trying to get it to show up on the screen there, and for some reason it left. But that's Braylon Sale here, number 25 at the plate. If he's 0 for 2 tonight, as Bear. And that's another relief player's at second, trying to steal third. I say he's going to steal third. Haynes pitches on the way, and that's fouled back. That leaves the count now. 0-2, 1 out. Wind still blowing right to left in the center field. Haynes pitches outside. Now it's going to be 1-2. Any other point or notes of interest for the Volunteer Sports Network? Huh? I'll put you on the spot now.
Probably. Can I think of them right there?
Yep,
not
fine.
Necessarily.
1-2, fouled out to the dugout.
I think the biggest thing is getting those meet the athletes. I know not everybody gets a chance to see them, and usually once they start getting posted, I have a few messages that, wait a minute, I want to do that for them too. So we try to get it. I think we've got 46 right now.
We had a big winter sport turnout for the meet the athletes. Seemed like all the kids like that to get their kind of story out there and their fun fact, and that was a good thing that we came up with to do that. So
it makes it a little bit more personable.
Yep. Because you can think of you're watching this kid play sports on the hardwood or here on the field or whatever. It's 2-2 now, 1 out, and they can just that pitches away, swung on, and fouled to left field 3-2, or excuse me 2-2. 2-2, 1 out, 6-0. Sale still at the plate. As they get
here we go.
a rundown now, and he's almost tagged, and he's going to be tagged by Williams. That's going to be the second out there, so he's trying to steal. Good heads-up play by the defense there to get that.
There is nothing worse than being caught in the middle when you're trying to steal and run it back and forth like that. Almost feels like you're running the pacer test that we all used to have to run in gym class.
Remember when you had to run the mile like every year? Good times.
No.
Pitches away, swung on, fouled back. 2-2. Sale's really working this pitcher here. Haynes, as he's almost up to 100 pitches.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think that was his 97th. Or 98th, excuse me. Pitches away outside. That's going to be a full count now, 3-2. Three, 2 outs. Payoff pitch here. On its way, swung on and missed. And that's going to be the third out of the top of the fifth here as we move on to the top of the, or bottom of the fifth. Stay tuned as your Falcons are still trailing 6-0. And welcome back to the Sports Network as we get set to start off. We get ready to start the bottom of the fifth here as they stop play for the music to stop. That's going to bring up now Dennis as he fouls one off back into the net over the home team dugout. Cameron is still on the mound as he's only recorded 45 pitches so far in this outing. Pretty effective pitching, though. Only a couple runners on base as that one's bounced back into the fence here. That's going to make it now 1-1. On deck for the Falcons, number 20, Armstrong, as he's getting ready to await his turn at bat. 1-1. Dennis 0 for 1 tonight. Pitches away down and low. 2-1. I think
I'm just drinking my hot chocolate. No idea what was going on there.
I think what I was about to say is that one's wild and away. It's going to be now 2-1 count. Or excuse me, 3-1 count. I think we got Hinker now warming up in the bullpen for the Falcons. Probably see him in the start of the top of the sixth here. 3-1 now.
I don't see how you see them that far away. You can tell
Well,
who they
I was
are.
calling him, well, we were in break.
Oh.
Outdoors there, so I believe it's him. Pitches away outside, swung on off the tip of the bat. Dennis going over the first, and that's going to be first out recorded, and that's going to be Armstrong up at the plate now for the Falcons.
Now batting, number 20, Luke Armstrong.
Armstrong at the plate here. First pitch is away, and that's going to be a ball. It's going to be 1-0 now. It's getting colder and colder by the second. That was going to be a strike. Now 1-1. It's a good fastball by Cameron. Down in the box and low and fast. Pitches away, and it's hit off on the inside of the bat to the first baseman. He's going to walk over, give it to the pitcher, and the pitcher loses it. And by a stroke of luck there, Armstrong gets on base.
Hey, reset.
Now batting, number 13.
Second birthday hit Lassini at the plate now. As he gets ready to try to get Armstrong in scoring position and go across plate back over as they try to pick off Armstrong, and he gets back safely. One out, fouled off from the paddock.
Where'd it go?
Right field.
301. 301.
0-1, one out. 6-0 here. Bottom of the fifth. And looks like Armstrong tried to steal again, got back in time. And now he's going to lead back off here. Is it still 0-1, one out? Lassini's at the plate. Back over to Armstrong, and he's safe.
Did he? Oh, he just lost his helmet.
Little sportsmanship out there at first base to help him back up and get his helmet back as he leads back off now. First base. Still 0-2 here. And that's going to be a pitch out. And it's going to be down and away from second base. And that's going to be Armstrong getting the second base steal there. You don't see a pitch out often, but occasionally they do happen. 1-1, one out. Armstrong got a decent lead out at first as that one's fouled back into the net. 1-2. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Here on our broadcast here on the Volunteer Sports Network. I'd like to thank everybody that made this possible tonight. Looking for the pitch out, and it's going to be a wild pitch, and it's going to advance Armstrong to third. As Armstrong's made his way around from first to third now, in a better scoring position on the 2-2 count.
How much you want to bet? There's a bunt that comes in here somewhere.
A what?
A bunt that comes in here somewhere.
Here we go now as that one's rolling away. Should make it a 3-2 count. That's what it does. 1 out. Armstrong, like I said, made his way from first to third now while stealing. That's some wild pitches and a pitch out. So try to get a lead there. As that one's hit
Where do we go?
To a shortstop. And that's going to bring home Armstrong for the run. That's going to see. On the board here in the fifth inning.
Now batting, number 4, Gavin Hinkernell.
Pick the wrong one, did you?
I did. I knew it was going to happen.
Outside. 1-0. If they come back here, if they get the bad spot.
Be like Lee County the other night against Volunteer when they had that 5 runs in that last inning before she got that final strikeout.
Yep. That's another thing to release. She knows the games really well.
She had a good game the other night. They go up to play Lee. They were supposed to go up to play Lee tomorrow, but with the weather, they rescheduled it to Wednesday.
I know that they scheduled cross country rivals. They were going up somewhere and playing Wednesday, or they were playing at home.
Talking about Cherokee?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Well,
we didn't play.
they might have a softball team over across the mountain too.
Yeah,
I didn't see.
Reschedule it.
Oh, they did. They scheduled it for Saturday because of the rain, but I don't know about this week. I haven't looked.
That was hit down there.
I almost took out the
The first base up. make himself skinny for a second to get out of the way on that one. You know, I was just going to realize I forgot we had a camera set up over there in the dugout, and we had a foul ball that hit the side over there, like little storage area.
Yeah.
Really close. Pitch is way down and away, and it's going to be full count for 2. Thankful for the hot chocolate tonight from the Baseball Booster Club. For getting some hot chocolate. A little bit of nachos pre-game. Always nice to get some concession food here at the ballpark. And that's going to be a walk, and it's going to send Hinkernell to take his base. That's going to bring it number 10, Elijah Gordon.
Oh, we're on a ball hunting. How many foul balls can we find in a game?
Particularly a ball boy that keeps a lot of them.
They've been going. I think they've just been hitting them so far that it's taken them a minute to get them and find them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, with a couple stolen bases by Armstrong to get across, and Hinkernell getting on base with the walk, and now we got Gordon. We make this a pretty interesting ball game here in the bottom of the fifth, as we have Gordon now, who's back at the plate.
104!
And they keep trying to pick off Hinkernell, and he keeps getting back.
That's one thing you can say about Grainger. They don't want nobody stealing on them.
No.
They ain't even letting it slide.
That one's a wild pitch as the catcher can't hold on to it, and that's going to advance Hinkernell to second. With 2 outs here, and it's going to be 1-0 count.
4-1-4! Rally!
I don't know if the jinx of it, the wind's kind of died down a little bit. That one swung on back into the backstop fence area, and it's going to be 1-1 now. You want me to try to jinx something else real quick?
No.
The scoreboard's not turned off the entirety of this game.
Listen. I'm going to tell them who jinxed it.
We got a time here by Gordon. 1-1, 2 out, 6-1 here, bottom of the fifth. Swung on. It's actually a check swing. It's going to be 1-2. Said he went. This feels like a late, as this pitch is away, swung on into left field, and he picks it up, and so he drops it, and that's going to advance the runner. Hinkernell to third, and he's going to get a single there, and that's going to be counted as an error in the infield there. That'll be your shortstop.
Number 3, Bryson Beacon.
Playing a little out there. I don't know what I was saying prior to this. As Fegans is now back up as the batting order turns over.
155!
Runners on first and third. Fegans at the plate. Looking to continue to get the bats hot. That one's going to be a ball there, I believe, and that's going to advance. That's going to advance. Who was it that was on second? That was Gordon on to second base.
I'm not going to lie. I have one of our teenage helpers texting me from the beach, so I was a little distracted. I wasn't seeing much of nothing. I hope he's enjoying his time in beautiful Florida while we are here.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. As Fegans is still at the plate, it's 1-2. It kind of feels like a late October or late November football game.
I don't know if it got this cold or not.
And that's going to bring the runner home.
He's coming in.
That's going to be safe. And that was a good play by Hinkernell as we had the wild pitch now. to make it now 6-2 here in the bottom of the fifth.
I think if Gordon would have been, I don't think he expected the Grainger player to miss that ball because he could have made it too.
It was so close. It was good for him to hold up and maybe live to fight another day.
No, it definitely was, but
You take what they give you, and that's the best you can do.
no, I don't think he expected him to miss it. Grainger's. I don't know if the cold's getting to them now or what. I like how I'm blaming everything on the cold today. I don't like it.
3-2 now. Payoff pitch is about to be underway. Fegans at the plate. Gordon at third. I think Cornell just scored to make it now 6-2. Pitch is on its way, and it's swung on and fouled back into the fence. Nice little conference matchup here tonight. As I would have to look at the schedule. I don't know if you have it handy. They'll be back in action later this week against Grainger as well. As Fegans is going to take his base, and it's going to be now runners at first and third.
They play tomorrow, same time. Excuse
And
me.
it'll be at Grainger County.
Now batting number 5, Isaiah Bowers.
With social media coverage on a little bit after live stream and radio. Check out Volunteer Sports Network social media pages for all that updated information. Also, make sure you check out our website and stuff and all the things we have to offer for the volunteer athletics here at Volunteer High School. We're very thankful and very blessed to be able to do this.
Even in the cold.
I'll tell you,
I'm not going to.
kind of got spoiled with that weather a little bit last week. And
Kinda.
I did.
I did too.
Isaiah Bowers back up because he's 0 for 2 tonight. So he swung
Here we
on,
go.
went over to the shortstop.
We're bringing one home.
Yeah, and that's going to bring one home, and that's going to get the out. But score's going to stay the same. As it's still 6-2 here as we go into the top of the sixth. So stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer Baseball here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network. Pitches away, and he swings on it. And that's going to be the first recorded out as Humbert goes down swinging. One out here. Grizzlies are still at bat. Hankernell's new pitcher on the mound for the Falcons. Pitches away, outside, 1-0.
I'm not going to lie. Baseball had to turn off the heater for a minute. That's the only reason I went over there was
Was it getting too warm over there for him?
I don't know if it was or not.
Another ball outside, 2-0.
Told them if they don't want it anymore, bring it over here.
Nolan Wallace at the plate here for the Grizzlies. 2-0 count for the Falcons. It's going to be 3-0 count now. Waiting to pitch here, 3-0. And that's going to be inside. That's going to be a walk as Wallace is going to take his base. And that's going to bring up now Cade Lucas for Grainger County, number 10.
Fun fact about Nolan Wallace. I don't know if he'll mind me putting him on the spot a little bit here. His aunt was my first grade teacher when I went to Bean Station, and she's here tonight, and I got to see her, and that made me happy. Sometimes it's nice seeing the people from Grainger County whenever we play them in sports.
Yeah, you have to have a little bit of a homecoming going down there, and they're become since we've moved into these Twin Lake Conference in football and softball and baseball now, it's kind of become a rivalry in football. Huh?
We ain't in football yet. Oh, no, we are. Oh,
years, yeah. Playing Grainger.
I'm tracking now.
But the, getting to play them, it's become a rivalry over the past several years. We used to not play them until I think it was my senior year we played them for the first time that I remember voluntarily playing them. That's going to be 2-0 count now. Out of Lucas. It's at the plate for the Grizzlies. Pitches away. That's going to be a strike, 2-1. Two, one out. Top of the sixth, 6-2. Pitches away. It's going to be a strike now, 2-2.
Come on, Kay.
Trying to pick off Wallace there at first base. Unsuccessful as he gets back on the bag. Getting a little winded tonight. It's been a long day. As that one's down in the dirt. 3-2. Payoff pitch here, 3-2. Pitches over the plate, swung on, fouled into right field, and that's going to be out of play. Count stays 3-2. That one's over the plate. Back up center field. Missed by the shortstop Bowery. It's going to dribble on into the center field, and that's going to advance the runners to second and a single for Lucas. Connor May up number 3 for the Grizzlies now at the plate. First pitch there for May. It's going to be outside. 1-0.
3-1-2.
Hinkernell checking back on second base. Pitches over the plate. High, too low. Have a little bit of change there in the outfield for the Falcons. Got to pull up the changes. That one's swung through and missed. Haynes, the pitcher, there in the first few innings, well, up until now, is now a center fielder. Is a center fielder now. Hinkernell went to pitching, and Fegans went over to take his spot at second base. So Williams, Bowery, Fegans, and Armstrong in the infield. Hinkernell pitching, catching still Dennis, and you have Dennis, Haynes, and Gordon out in the outfield. May is 0 for 3 tonight. He checked on the second base runner and throws wild, and that's going to advance Wallace over to third now. Now you're going to have runners at first and third for the Grizzlies.
You got to be careful with those throws when you're trying to keep them from stealing, because it might work and it might not work.
Chance you take sometimes. Pitches away. First baseman takes off running. That one's hit up into the infield high. It's going to be missed by the Williams there. Is they're going to get the force out at second now. And that's going to leave runners still at first and third. And we're going to have a timeout here when we get some more baseballs for the ump here. And I should bring up Christian now for the Grizzlies. May Wallace first and third. Christian at the plate. 2 outs. Ball swung on and hit, and it's going to be out of play.
I can see some of those baseball boys over there with the blankets wrapped around them.
Y'all do something to stay warm tonight. Christian's 2 for 3 tonight. He's had a extremely well outing here in conference play for tonight. May on first, Wallace on third. 0-1. We're going to have a timeout here called by the ump.
I think it was a player timeout.
Yeah, he backed off there, didn't he? Checked over to first. Back in time.
Oh, it's big rip right here. Big rip. Come now.
Back to first. And he misses it, and that's going to bring the runner home, and he's going to be safe. And that's going to make it now 7-0. Hinkernell tried to pick off May there at first, and Armstrong couldn't get a handle on it. And by the time they got a handle on it, Wallace was already coming home. And that makes it now 7-2.
So I'm saying sometimes you might, I don't know if you're better off just to keep that ball with you and hang on to it.
It's a risk-reward kind of thing. It's good when it works, and it's bad when it don't.
Mm-hmm.
Hinkernell's on the mound, Christian at the plate. And that's going to send May over to second, and he's going to be safe. One strike, 2 outs. 2 strikes, 2 outs, excuse me. Ready for Hinkernell's pitch. It's going to be high. And that's going to be a ball, 1-2. May's on second now. Trying to get a lead off to third. And that one's going to be another ball to even it up at 2-2. That one looked more of a strike there than that last one did.
Little.
Inconsistency behind home plate, it looks like tonight.
Well, we figured that out in the.
I couldn't do any better, so I just keep on my.
I like to aggravate them most of the time. There's
That
some.
one swung on and he swung through and missed. That's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to end the top of the sixth with the score here, 7-2. So stay tuned. You're listening to Volunteer. I'd like to welcome you back in here to the Volunteer Sports Network as Haynes is up to bat. First to lead off the bottom of the sixth here. 7-2 as they got a couple runs last inning. They're looking to add on some more to cut into this deficit as one more was added for the Grizzlies. Cameron's still pitching on the mound for the Grizzlies as the first pitch is called strike. Second pitch, that's going to be a strike too. 0-2 count there. It's just a little low and outside. Called strike. Pitch is way down and low, and that's going to be first ball. 1-2. One, two, no outs. And that's going to be down and inside 2-2. Really impressive outing by Cameron tonight on the mound for the Grizzlies as he's pretty well held this offense in check for the Falcons. Held the offense in check. Really up until the last inning there. Volunteer was able to get some runners on base throughout a few of the innings and just couldn't capitalize on it and left them stranded. So that one's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to be out one here. And up now for the Falcons, number 7, Williams.
Y'all won!
Number 7, Austin Williams.
1 out. 7-2. Just way. That's going to be down 1-0.
Let's go 7. Let's go 7. On yours. On dub. On 7. Let's go, baby.
Pitch is away, and that's swung on high and into right field, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to be the second out there for the Grizzlies. That's going to be May that came up with that one.
Hey, got 2 now, got 2.
And now Dennis,
17,
Grayson Dennis,
Dennis.
is up to the plate now for the Falcons. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
You said the wind had stopped.
I thought it did. He swings through the first one. 0-1. Cameron might go the whole ball game here as pitching, as that one's on the outside 1-1. He's at 87 pitches now. Might go the distance here. And there are only 4 more recorded outs of this game. For him, anyways.
I was going to say.
Yeah. That one's hit chopper into the right baseline, or right first baseline, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to end the 6th. And we go on to the 7th here with Volunteer trailing 7-2. So stay tuned. You're listening to the Volunteer Sports Network. Volunteer Sports Network. I'd like to thank all y'all for tuning in tonight here on this cold, feels like wintry night for this varsity matchup here against the Grainger Grizzlies and your Volunteer Falcons. Home game tonight started a little after 7 p.m. They're trailing 7-2 here as we start the top of the 7th as number 7 here for the Grizzlies. It's up to bat as that one's fouled back behind the press
That was
box
almost
here.
too close for
That's
comfort.
going to be Braden Christian here. Excuse me, I think it's number 1. Sorry.
I can't see their numbers. Who is it? Is it number 1?
Yeah. And that's going to be Jackson Maxey. That's he's 1 for 2 tonight. Pinkernell still on the mound here. 0-1 count as that one's chopped into right field, picked up by the second baseman and over to first. With Figgins to Armstrong there to get the first out of the inning. Volunteers got a lot of ground to make up this inning when it's their turn to bat, so they're not going to be able to allow any more runs to come across if they want any shot at tying or taking the go-ahead lead here in the 7th. Fingernails pitches way down and low, 1-0. Bearer up to the line, or up to the plate there. Still trying to say line.
Who is that?
Bearer.
Okay, so that's one that I've not got yet.
Yeah, that's one of the
The
players. 1-1, 1 out. He was out there earlier. He went around the bases, and we just didn't have a chance to put him in there. 1-1, 1 out, 7-2. Top of the 7th. Anchornell's pitch on its way. That's going to be a strike. 1-2. Pitches away, swung on high and into left field. Looks like Dennis is going to come up under it, and he gets it for the second out of the inning. Josh Walker now number 4 for the Grizzlies up to bat now. Fingernails pitch on its way outside 1-0.
You know, when we were talking about covering spring sports, I was thinking about spring weather. Now I miss basketball.
2-0. Looking at the radar here for WJHL, they've got actually our friends up north here, Pennington Gap, Big Stone Gap, Gate City, seeing some snow.
Yeah, if it starts to snow, I'm packing up. Sorry, y'all.
And that one's on its way. Strike 2-1. Gavin trying to get back ahead in the count here and even it up with his pitch. It's 2-1. Walker's at the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight. That's going to
Here we
be.
go. Finish this last out. See if we can get some hot bats to warm us up.
2-2, 2 outs.
There you go.
He swung on and missed, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 7th with the score still 7-2. So stay tuned. Welcome back into the Volunteer Sports Network as we get ready to start the bottom of the 7th here and see if Volunteer can spark up some offense and tie or walk this game off here in the 7th. Armstrong set to start here at the plate. He calls for time. So he tries to get reset here. Pitches away, down and away, 1-0. $35 degrees, feels like 27. Low tonight, 26. Pitches away, swung on, fouled back, and you jumped a little bit.
I know that fence is there, but man, sometimes you about wonder.
Cameron's working on 91 pitches now as he's went the distance here, and I say he'll just be the one to close it out tonight for the Grizzlies. Really spectacular performance by him if it stays the way it is. And Armstrong swings and misses now, 1-2. Pitch is way down low. 2-2. Did Volunteer have different helmets last week? I feel like those are newer helmets. They look very new. They don't look like they've been used much.
You know, I can't tell you.
3-2 now. Payoff pitch here for Cameron. Excuse me. Down and away, and Armstrong takes his base.
All right. See what we can get going here.
That's going to bring up Bolsini now at the plate. Hot-handed batter.
Number 13.
They're calling for Jamison Mao to get in here. We might have a little relief player. I think they're going to call Mao in.
I think he's running.
Yeah, I think he's going to be taking Armstrong's spot. A little faster runner. He's a quarterback for the Volunteer Falcons.
He's a fast little thing.
Also pitches too. Got a chance to talk with to his dad, Billy Mao, with Diamond Exchange, and he was saying that he's progressed a lot, just in his short time as, a freshman here at Volunteer, from sports and football and played basketball and now baseball. So year-round athlete to stay in shape for each sport.
I think him and his brother Brock both do. And they've got a sister. She does a little bit more dance and theater, I see from Facebook, but I don't think she plays any of the sports. But it's a talented group of young kids.
I couldn't do what? Sorry.
It's a talented group of young kids.
And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. No outs. Bolsini is 1 for 2 tonight.
That is one thing that I have noticed about a lot of our athletes at Volunteer is most of them, they perform well in the classrooms, on the fields, on the courts. They usually play more than one sport. A lot of our basketball players are out here playing baseball, softball, or track.
I mean, that was one thing too. You had Veda Barton. That she's in choir. She's an outstanding student. She played volleyball. Had all district accolades for volleyball, and
then she had him for basketball too.
Had him for basketball, and then she didn't come out for softball this year, but from what I heard, she's a pretty decent softball player too. And I guess she just wanted to focus on
getting ready for. I'm not sure if she's announced she's moving up yet or not.
That's going to be a swing and a miss for Bolsini, and that's going to be 1 out with 1 on base, which is Jamison Mao. Anchor now at the plate.
But yeah, most that's a big thing of like starting this, and I'll talk about it till my head falls off, that these kids that volunteer, most kids don't get enough credit, but these kids that volunteer, there's something special about a lot of them. They're good kids. They're good people. They're growing into great young adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot to be a student athlete. I mean, I know you know that.
I know, just playing one sport, I felt like some days it was overwhelming, having school all day and then having 2-a-day practices during the summer, and we didn't do 2-a-day practices in football until that one's fouled back by Hinkernell to make it 1-1. We didn't do them until my senior year, but it could feel overwhelming at times. And with today's everything that goes on today, you have more social media, you have more this and that. It's hard to be a student athlete, as that one's fouled off now. Make it 1-2. So I commend these kids that are multi-sport athletes and, keep good grades and stuff, and, still having a home and personal life. 1-2, 1 out. Volunteer trying to mount a comeback, as that one's down and low, and it's going to even the count 2-2.
Speaking of other sports, while we're wrapping up, I noticed I've not pulled all of track's results from this past Saturday. But from
That one swung on. It's going to go to second and then first, and that's going to be the ball game.
well,
And that's going to end the score now 7-2, as that was a 6-4-3, I believe, double play there to end the ball game with the score 7-2. Volunteer will be back in action against Grainger County at Grainger County tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll have we won't have no live coverage or radio, but we will have live social media updates. We'd just like to thank everybody for tuning in to us tonight and supporting us here on the Volunteer Sports Network. Thank y'all once again for all that, and stay up to date with the Volunteer Sports Network on any of our social medias. So that'll do it from Churchill, Tennessee, as your Volunteer Falcons fall 7-2 in this district matchup. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, everybody.